Connor, great to see you again, man. Welcome back to Pop Alternative.
What's up? What's up? Good to see you, man.
It's your third time on the show, so I feel like, I got to get you a mug or something. You're the three-time guest. It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. I need a t-shirt.
Actually, I feel like it's funny. I feel like you became a three-time guest pretty quick because I'm pretty sure we did like 2 Snack Shack interviews in like a
Yeah,
week.
yeah. Yeah, we did. I remember one was with Gabe, and then I think did we do one one-on-one?
Yeah, we did one-on-one, and then we did the junket a couple of days later, which is really, really funny. Happy Gilmore 2, worldwide on Netflix. Congratulations. So much fun. You've been doing a lot of interviews with, the Happy Gilmore brothers, kids. Are you calling yourselves the Happy Gilmore brothers, Happy Gilmore kids? What are you calling yourselves?
We call ourselves like, it
The
depends.
Gilmores?
If Sonny's not there, then we're like the Gilmore boys.
Yeah.
But when Sonny's there, obviously we're just like the Gilmore family.
Yeah.
Because the boys are a unit.
Yeah.
And then Sonny's trying to handle, Vienna, the characters trying to handle the boys.
Absolutely. So, putting the legacy aside, putting the whole Happy Gilmore, an iconic, character, an iconic kind of world, putting that aside, I'm just curious for you from the type of movie this is, because you can look at it always with 2 ways when you look at sports movies. You can look at movies as like comedies that have sports in it, or you can look at it as a sports movie that has comedy and family in it. What was that like for you with Happy Gilmore 2? Like, did you think about it as like, I'm doing a sports movie that's like funny? Or did you do like, I'm just doing a comedy that's about golf? Like, I'm just curious what that was like for you.
I definitely, so before we started shooting, our characters originally had a lot of hockey involved, like actual hockey playing.
Yeah.
So I was like taking hockey classes and getting ice hockey, very into that sort of realm. But no, I definitely thought of it as a sports. I mean, especially the second one, there's just so many pro athletes in it. It's like, that was most of my like prep was like, let me not misplace somebody. Like, let me know everyone's face and everything. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't like a football movie, but golf is, it's all over ESPN. It's been crazy. So,
And I feel like it might be very difficult to not think about the big scale of Happy Gilmore 2. But I'm wondering from a storytelling acting perspective, if there were any kind of preparation or mindsets you were like put yourself in to not think about that and just think of like the scripts and the scenes and everything, or was it too hard for you not to think of the scale?
yeah, you definitely think of the scale and you realize the scale when you're out there. But at the same time, I think it was 2 things for me. I think one, Adam is so chill, which, he's obviously known for that. And he was since we initially met and then on set, and it's his family and stuff. So that immediately sort of gets rid of any of the intimidation that I think you might feel, because his vibe sets the tone. And so everyone sort of falls in line with that. And I also think being able to do everything with the brothers, like we really were a pack, right? We didn't do anything apart.
Yeah.
And obviously none of us have been in an Adam Sandler movie before or been in a big kind of franchise like that. So we all got to experience it together. Like every day was sort of the 4 of us or the 5 of us when Sonny was there and just going through it all. So it was cool to have a group of people to be a part of something so huge, to sort of ground it, and we all were able to talk about things and be like, no way, like da-da-da, like about things. So it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it almost bonded us more like as brothers, because not only were we shooting a movie as brothers, but we were also shooting the movie.
Yeah.
Like as brothers, like there are big shoes to fill.
Well, it's interesting too, right? Because, throughout the film, we see the Gilmore boys and there's a lot of roughhousing, right? There's a lot of like, horsing around and some wrestling that's going on, at the dinner table or on the golf course, right? And one of the 4, Gilmore boys was Maxwell, right? MJF, professional wrestler. Was there like, I'm wondering, because the 3 of you, when there were like kind of conversation, did you go to him for like advice about everything, about like headlocks or like certain things? Like, I'm just wondering, did you guys get sick of you of like always asking him about like the wrestling, like the rough stuff?
Like, honestly, it was interesting because we had like a stunt guy, right? Like a movie stunt guy, but then, Max is doing it. And the line is so blurry in his career. Like, it's so blurry between, I still don't really even know I don't know what's real and what's not. Like we went to one of their shows and what they're doing is gnarly with no anyone. So yeah, I definitely learned a lot from Max. There's one scene, the cut made it in. I'm so glad, where he's choking me like by my throat. I don't know if you saw that one. I'm like, insert it. But that one he did, because he was just like, you know, making sure he didn't actually kill me. So he walked me through like his hand placement and all that. Yeah, and we definitely learned a lot from him, but also just like the energy that he brings is so great, because he's very good at being very amped up, which is the whole role.
Absolutely. Snack Shack in Conor Sherry's career is always going to be that really kind of important big film. You know what I mean? You're going to look at your career down the road. That's going to be a big film for you for many years, I assume, because there's the impact of that film. You know, you and Gabe were so good in that movie, but you know, I don't know if it was brought up yet because we were talking about this. I don't know if this is exclusive or not, but like that movie helped you get Happy Gilmore 2 in some ways, correct? Like, I don't know. Is this still an exclusive? Or did you say this on the tour? Like, did you talk about this on?
I don't know. I think I maybe mentioned it like once or twice, but like, yeah, it's really crazy because it was fully. I mean, and it's funny because they're both named Adam, but Adam Rehmeyer that wrote and directed Snack Shack. Yeah, I definitely owe him everything. It feels, because Snack Shack sort of launched me, and that was even before it was really out there. Like, it wasn't. Adam saw it. Sandler now saw it before it was even on Prime. So it was kind of random for me, and it was really exciting when I heard that he wanted to meet with me, and we got to talk about Snack Shack, and like, you know, he called Adam Rehmeyer, and they talked and had a cool conversation. So yeah, it was just great. It was nice because, like, especially being such a fan of Sandler and knowing how his movies, you know, they're not getting pumped with, back in the day they weren't getting pumped with advertising or things like that. It was very like, he puts it out there and then the audience like it, and that's where it's sort of like lived, and where I think a lot of his movies grew. So that was really cool to sort of get the nod from him that, hey, it's a good movie, you know, just don't worry, like people will start to see it, and he was right, but it was really cool. I mean, it was great. It's crazy.
Is it challenging? Because it's kind of funny, because if you look at Snack Shack and Happy Gilmore 2, both of those films have some goofy moments where you had to do goofy things. There were some goofy lines, there was some slapstick. But then if you watch all of Snack Shack, you know, you snap your fingers and like it's like a drama at times. And there's a lot of other things that happen that, you know, really kind of hit hard. Was that hard for you as an actor? Going from something like Snack Shack, which is like kind of like was a two-headed monster in a lot of ways, right? Where you had like the goofy things with Gabe, and then it got really serious and deep and emotional. But then you work on something like Happy Gilmore 2, which is just like goofy vibes all the way through, right? On Netflix. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say it was more difficult. They were very different, but like you said, they were very similar. I think what Adam saw in Snack Shack and why he met with me and why it was able to, you know, kind of plug me into the Gilmore brothers is the relationship I have with Moose and stuff is basically similar. I mean, we're hitting each other in the throat, wrestling, like, so pulling that sort of part and then having a group of brothers to do it with was really fun. But yeah, they're very different, but also sort of similar. And I think the 90s of it all helped. Yeah. Like Snack Shack was set in the 90s, and then obviously Happy Gilmore 1's in the 90s. And so I just liked that sort of space felt good. And it was really, they both just meant so much. Like that was really what I think made both processes so fulfilling for me, but also just like exciting to be a part of. Like Snack Shack was everything for Adam Rehmeyer, you know, his story. And then Happy Gilmore 2 is everything for Adam. And so it's just cool to be around people that were so passionate and be involved in that too and feel the same feeling.
I think the next project has to be an Adam that's either like starring or like directing it. I think you have to get the streak going.
I'm trying to think of other Adams there are. Like all I can think of is Adam Levine, but I don't think he's doing I don't know.
No, it's interesting too. you go to the Happy Gilmore 2 premiere, you go to Doom, you do a lot of this press and everything. Is that when it really kind of starts to sink in that you are part of Netflix, which does have that global kind of impact, because you're doing a lot of different kind of events and you're seeing a lot of people and you're talking to press from like all around the world? Like when you go to those events, right, like the premiere, is that when it really kind of sinks in the global kind of power of Netflix?
Honestly, like I wouldn't. And you're right, because there was a moment when I was like, oh, Netflix does it a little different, but and obviously, you know, the weight of Happy Gilmore 2. Like I knew it was gonna be epic because I knew how great the first one was, but I don't know. I mean, no, it just feels, and maybe this is just Sandler and the people in his group and everyone around him. Everything feels so like not internal, but it just feels small, and that's what makes it so magical. Like, and Snack Shack felt small and was small. I mean, it was a tiny indie film, so the feelings were similar, and then the releases were just so vastly different. Like, you know, Snack Shack did a couple, like I think it went to, I don't know, like 600 theaters or something first, but then it was like VOD, and it took a couple of months for it to even be accessible to everyone. And Happy Gilmore was like, you know, it was overnight. I literally went to bed and I woke up and it was the most viewed, you know, weekend of it was.
Across
I was like,
all the different time zones, like literally, like people have like you're waking up wherever you are having breakfast, and like people have already watched it. It's always crazy when you have a series on Netflix. I do these interviews with people that have series, and it's like 8 or 9 episodes, right? And like people like wake up and then people are like, I already binged it, like in, you know, Australia, like when's the next season? You know what I mean? It's like, you know, 2 years of work is like washed in like one binge setting.
Yeah, that's it's wild. That is, and it's so many hours too. I'm like, oh my! I talked to Ethan, because Ethan Kokoski plays Kokoski. Everyone should say it right, actually. He, you know, obviously he was on Shameless, and like after the Happy Gilmore like premiere and just watching that, I'm like, damn, they did like so. And I think that's on Netflix also. Yeah. So many episodes.
Yeah.
Just the amount. I'm like, that's wild.
I know. It's so crazy. Conversations are going to happen at certain points of productions, and I think it depends on the production and the scale of the production. You're obviously going to have a lot of conversations with your cast, writers, directors before you go to camera, but you're also, depending on what you're filming, you're going to have conversations with everyone while you're in production. I'm curious for Happy Gilmore 2, what that was like conversation-wise with Kyle and with Adam specifically. Did a lot of those conversations happen before you went to production? Did they happen during scenes? Like, I'm just curious about those conversations.
Yeah, well, of course, in a comedy and the way they all work, there's a lot of stuff that happens in the moment. Like, that's just, you know, say this, you know, I don't know, show your ass, like whatever. Like there's mooning in the movie if anyone hasn't seen it. Moon. But yeah, so like there's obviously that element, but you know, for me, I had that initial meeting where I got to go to his office, and we had like a 30-minute kind of conversation, and he was able to tell me about the project and the vibe and stuff. So that's kind of initially where I heard sort of the story of it all. Yeah. And then and then when I got out to New Jersey, me and the brothers did like a great dinner with Kyle, and he sort of walked us through like his sort of like vision and how he felt about everything. And then, and then we just kind of ripped it. I mean, it was just a roller coaster. Like everyone just kind of had to just show up, and, you know, we did it. But it's a machine. I mean, his group is so great. Like all his producers, everyone that works for him has been working for him. Yep. So it really mitigates a lot of, I think, noise or turbulence that you might have on other sets when it's like everyone meeting for the first time, like, you know. So that was really cool, and I understand that that's not the norm. So I'm very grateful. I'm grateful for that, and but it was really fun.
Yeah. And then last question before we wrap, and I'm sure this is something that was brought up. Is it too hard? Do you have your top 3 or top 5 Adam Sandler films? Like, do you have that? Because I actually thought I have my top 5. It was the hardest thing ever. And,
dude,
but do you have your list?
The video did you see the video Netflix posted?
Yeah, I saw that.
Dude, okay, it was a blind ranking, so they were just telling them to us, and we had to put them 1 through 10, but we didn't know what the other ones were going to be.
The blind rankings are always stressful and get annoying because I don't like those blind rankings.
It's also like how many movies does he have?
Yeah.
And we're only going to get 10. I'm like, I don't know if you're going to slip in.
But my top
Happy
5
Gilmore.
is interesting because 3 are like classics, like Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, and Mr. Deeds. And then I'm putting in Uncut Gems in there because I just love that movie so much, and he's so good in that movie. And I also love Just Go With It with Jennifer Aniston. That's like one of my favorite ones. Where they like, did you ever see that one?
I did. I mean, I saw them all at some point.
Yeah.
And I kind of agree with the Uncut Gems thing because I think that's what also really made me such a big fan.
Yeah.
And same with his stand-up, like the way that he's done. I don't know if you've seen his new specials and stuff, but they're different. They're not like the standard format. And I just think like that's the coolest thing an artist can do is like keep reinventing themselves and like doing things in a new way. And Uncut Gems is like,
I love it. It's in my top 5.
I can do both, you know, like it's so impressive and and I love it. So
it's a great one. Actually, I lied. I have one more question for you. Were you ever conscious of the audience members watching Happy Gilmore 2 while you were making it at all? I know as an actor you try not to think about that, but like there's gonna be so many kind of like reactions when it drops, right? So like, do you ever think about that, like with the brothers being like, people are gonna love this, people are gonna laugh at this, or is it like kind of like just kind of let's get what we can and like think about that after we wrap, so to speak?
Like, we knew we were in good hands. I mean, really, Adam's whole thing is making people look good. I mean, this movie is like, I don't even know what percentage of quote unquote not actors, and it feels seamless. You know, it doesn't feel like it's a bunch of golfers and stuff saying lines. Like, so we felt good, and we obviously knew we knew the Eminem scene was going to be hilarious, and we knew it was funny on the day. But yeah, I was honestly more just hoping that overall people liked it because I knew how much it meant to Adam, but I really knew how much it meant to fans. I mean, my brother's like a diehard golf fan, all his friends. So like knowing that, I think it was more just, oh God, I hope it doesn't. Sequels always disappoint, right? Like that's like the thing. Like they're always like, oof, it's hit or miss. So I'm just glad that it was a hit. But I wasn't.
It. I had a good time. You know, I loved it.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix worldwide. Happy Gilmore 2, and a little plug for Snack Shack. It's on Prime Video, so they can check that out
Prime.
as well. Yeah, which is great. Connor, so good chatting with you again, man. Thank you so much for
chatting
coming back.
Always good. Dude, good to talk to you again.
Absolutely. Your Instagram account is just your name if people want to keep up to date with everything, right?
On there, yes.
It's just Conor Sherry.
Yes, I think so.
Awesome.
Or maybe there's an E in there, but yeah.
They'll find you. Well, this has been popturnative.com/popturnative previous episodes. Until next time, this is Conor Sherry and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popturnative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popturnative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.